He's so stupid. He's so stupid, he can't even say anything clever or smooth. He's a moron.
De Niro, whose acting talents have greatly diminished with his reputation now shot, must even use a teleprompter for his foul and disgusting language. So disrespectful to our country.
Robert De Niro just called Trump a deep fake president. Ouch, that's gotta hurt more than a mob hit in Goodfellas. But Trump's not taking it lying down. He's hitting back, calling De Niro punchy and dissing his movies. It's like watching two grumpy old men fight over the last pudding cup at the retirement home. Who's winning this war of words? Let's find out. Before we move on, I'd like to ask you a small favor. If you appreciate this content, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to the channel. Over 98% of you watch the videos without subscribing. It costs you nothing, but it makes a huge difference to us. So, did you click the subscribe button? Great, thank you so much. Now, back to the video. Alright folks, let's dive into the wild world of Robert De Niro's Trump takedowns. This Hollywood legend has been roasting the former president like he's auditioning for a Comedy Central special, and boy, has he been on fire.
We've heard you talk about the former president. You have called him a fraud, a con artist. You've said he's a New Yorker like you, and you have watched this brand of BS.
I think of how absurd it is. And this might be the one case where that could be it for him. It's a state case. He's sick. He is really, genuinely a sick person that somehow has been allowed into our system.
Remember when De Niro called Trump a joke and a fake? Well, that was just him warming up. At the 2018 Tony Awards, De Niro decided to spice things up a bit. He strutted onto that stage like he owned the joint and dropped not one, but two F-bombs aimed straight at Trump. Talk about a mic drop moment. The audience went nuts, cheering louder than a bunch of teens at a BTS concert. But De Niro wasn't done yet. Oh no, he was just getting started. He kept coming up with new ways to insult Trump faster than the Donald could tweet fake news. It's like he had a team of writers working overtime to come up with zingers. Maybe he should consider a career in stand-up comedy. Now let's talk about De Niro's greatest hit.
He's so blatantly stupid. He's a punk, he's a dog, he's a pig, he's a con, a bullshit artist, a mutt who doesn't know what he's talking about, doesn't do his homework. It makes me so angry that this country has gotten to this point, that this fool, this bozo, has wound up where he has. He talks how he wants to punch people in the face. Well, I'd like to punch him in the face. Thinks he's gaming society, doesn't pay his taxes. He's an idiot. Colin Powell said it best. He's a national disaster. He's an embarrassment to this country. This is somebody that we want for president? I don't think so.
Drum roll, please. He called Trump a wannabe gangster in the White House. Ouch, that's gotta sting more than a slap from Joe Pesci in Casino. But wait, there's more. De Niro also dubbed Trump a real loser and a flat-out blatant racist. Looks like someone's been studying at the School of Hard Knocks, huh? But here's the kicker. De Niro didn't just stop at insults. He went full-on political analyst on us. At the 2020 SAG Awards, he claimed that Trump and his cronies were trying to destroy our right to vote. Who knew the guy from Taxi Driver could be so politically savvy? It's like he's been binge watching CNN between takes. Now, you might be thinking,
Does it give you some sense, not of joy, but of relief at least, that he's potentially facing some consequences? Because as you've said before, this guy's a con artist and he's gotten away with it for years.
I'm not calling him, I'm tired of calling him names. He just can't be anywhere near the office of the presidency. It's funny, I was just thinking that he actually became president. He could have done good things. Instead, he had to do it all wrong.
sure, this is all fun and games, but is De Niro actually changing anyone's mind? Well, that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Is he preaching to the choir, or is he actually swaying some undecided voters? Maybe he's just giving voice to what a lot of people are thinking but are too afraid to say out loud. One thing's for sure, De Niro's not pulling any punches. He's using his celebrity status like a megaphone, shouting his opinions from the rooftops. It's like he's playing the role of the kid in The Emperor's New Clothes, pointing at Trump and yelling, "Hey, look, this emperor's got no clothes on." Yeah, only instead of clothes, it's Well, you get the picture. Alright folks, it's time for round 2 of this Celebrity Smackdown.
You've played a lot of bad guys. Would you ever play Donald Trump?
Never. There's nothing about him, there's not one redeeming thing in him that I can see, ever. He's so, as we all know, so narcissistic and self-centered. I don't think they really understand. And historically, from what I see, even in Nazi Germany, they had it with Hitler.
Just when you thought De Niro was hogging all the spotlight, our orange friend decided to jump into the ring. And boy, does he have some zingers up his sleeve. Trump, never one to take an insult lying down, fired back at De Niro like a kid who just learned how to use a slingshot. He called the actor a wacko and said his movies aren't worth much anymore. Ouch, Donnie. Did you stay up past your bedtime to come up with that zinger? But wait, there's more. Trump's got a special nickname for De Niro. Any guesses? It's Punchy. Real creative, right? It's like he's been binge watching Rocky movies and thought, hey, I can do better than that. Maybe next he'll start calling Brad Pitt Fighty and Tom Hanks Runny. The Trumpster didn't stop there. He claimed he never knew how small De Niro was, both mentally and physically. Wow, Trump making fun of someone's height? That's some real presidential material right there. It's like he's playing a game of I know you are, but what am I in the schoolyard. But here's where it gets really interesting. Trump suggested that De Niro suffers from Trump derangement syndrome. Yeah, because anyone who criticizes the great and powerful Trump must be mentally unstable, right? It's not like people could have legitimate concerns about his policies or anything. This whole feud has turned into a political soap opera, with both sides using the drama to fire up their supporters. Trump's base is all riled up, boycotting De Niro's films and calling him anti-American for daring to speak his mind, because nothing says land of the free like shutting down someone's opinion, right? Meanwhile, De Niro's over here dropping F-bombs like they're going out of style, and Trump's busy collecting these insults like they're Pokemon cards. Gotta catch 'em all, I guess. So what's the deal with this De Niro versus Trump showdown? It's like watching two old geezers duke it out at the bingo hall. Sure, it's entertaining, but are we missing the bigger picture here? While we're all busy giggling at their insults, the real issues are getting lost in the shuffle like a sock in the laundry. Here's a wild thought. Maybe celebrity feuds aren't the best way to engage in politics. I know, shocking, right? Research shows that while celebs yapping about politics can grab our attention, it often pushes meaningful discussions right out the window. It's like trying to have a serious conversation at a rock concert. Good luck with that. But here's the kicker. These celeb spats might actually be influencing how we vote, even if we don't realize it. It's like they're secretly pulling our puppet strings while we think we're making our own choices. So next time you're tempted to pick sides in a Hollywood versus Washington smackdown, maybe take a step back and ask yourself, am I really learning anything here, or am I just watching a really expensive reality show?